Do you want to know if your ex will ever come back? Well, here's a reading where I can answer that question. The secret lies by looking at their element, not just yours, and importantly to look at what the influences in their current thinking and what they're going to do next. Make sure you stick around towards the end of this video because there is a bonus of what you can do to manifest this opportunity from the universe. So subscribe right now and press the bell so you don't miss anything. My name is Anne-Marie. I've been a professional tarot reader for 30 years. Hello everyone, and this is the start of our new element series where we're going to be focusing very much on relationships. The question today is, will my ex ever come back? Here is your reading if you are air and your ex is fire. Going straight into the house of Aries here. How does the Aries feel? They're in a place here of wanting to look at the details, of moving things forwards with you. They want to get to the heart of the matter. It's affecting them. They are turning things upside down. They are very keen to be able to go into the nitty-gritty of things, to look at the absolute attention to detail, and they're missing you. And yes, they will actually make that call to you. Will they ever return? Yes, they want to, but they are going to look at things very differently, and I feel that they are looking at what you're doing and they are holding back a little bit. They are holding on to things in ways that are, it's about the self. Perhaps this is a feeling of hurt, and this is the house of Aries, so we are looking here at changing things, looking at a different perspective, keeping still, being patient, wanting to observe, wanting to look. I feel that even watching and waiting and seeing what you are doing, there's almost like a feeling here of surveying you and looking at, like down the camera lens, of what is it that you're getting at and what are you doing right now and why aren't you with them? So they will gallop towards you, and yes, they will come back in. If we look at the card of Aries, which is up here, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands, again, we've got action, and Seven of Wands, looking at the progress, logically looking at everything. This has come up in the house of communication, so this is a very positive yes. So air, if your ex is fire, and that fire is Aries, this is a most definite yes, you will hear from your ex. The explosion of wanting to make things logical, to progress forwards, to communicate, to get things sorted. I almost feel this belting conversation of push, 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 I want to talk about it, and let's keep going and let's keep moving and everything's going to be wonderful, and there's progress here and I'm giving you a helping hand and I'm trying to help you up. So there's a very fast energy, my goodness me. Quite exciting. So if you are air and your ex was Leo, this is the position in the spread of Leo. We have communication card here, the major card, the Lovers. Four of Cups, feeling apathy towards the situation, feeling that there has been no communication from you. Do they cut their nose to spite their face in order to look at the situation differently? In order to be with you, they need to be someone that is capable of communicating with you, and they're almost asking the question, why am I not hearing from you? I can't tell you whether or not you should call, because that will be your choice. They want it to be your choice, because the Lovers is, they'd like you to choose to be in contact with them. If we look at the Leo themselves, Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to you. They don't want to let you go. This is not something they're happy with at all. And this has also come up in the house of relationships. So we're at that point here where it's like, I want this relationship, I want to hang on, I am feeling that, I don't understand why I'm not hearing from you. Maybe you can answer the question as to why that is, but from their perspective, I have no answers. They don't know why. Feel that it should be you, but will they come back? Yes, they're not letting go. Four of Pentacles is very much hoarding you and wanting you and looking at how things are with you in a way that is in the mind, the emotions, the heart area, very much in the solar plexus and what grounds them. So this is physically, intellectually, emotionally and spiritually. They want to communicate. They want the courage to be able to say to you, please take me back. Please ignore what's happened. So Leo most definitely returning. So we have Aries returning back. We have Leo returning back. What about Sagittarius? Let's take a look. If we go into the house of Sagittarius, Temperance card and Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is communication. Sagittarius will communicate with you. In order to be able to grow, they need to talk. There is conversations that must be had. And if we look at the position of Sagittarius, which is the 9th house, we've got the Alien and the Eight of Swords. Wanting to be able to understand communication, because the 9th house is linked with the 3rd house, which is communication. The 9th house is very much to do with wanting the philosophy and the understanding and the higher learning of everything. And the Alien is so much in the cards that we are looking at the restrictions that is around that. This time on their own is kind of going into oneself and needing to be able to look at the restrictions and how we got to this point. I go within myself, the journey that I've got to contemplate the existence and the meaning of our relationship, bringing in all sorts of outside reviews, looking at other people's perspective, looking at the purpose of life without you. The time has come to actually let go of being on one's own, because the Alien is a card of being on one's own, and the Eight of Swords, they're finding it very restricting. They want to tear that down, and they know that they should have dealt with matters much sooner than this. Therefore, our Sagittarius will need to burst back in and come in such a way that they do need to get rid of the restriction of not being in a relationship with you. So the ex is not coping in the mental capacity of not being in this relationship and not understanding. Even being on their own, they've just found it so hard. So very, very hard. So what's the advice of what Fire thinks of you, Air? Let's shuffle and look at the archetype cards. What are they thinking right now, and what are they feeling about your influences? So they are feeling that sometimes you fear being empowered and the changes that come into life. It's almost like they're saying, come on, you need to be more adventurous here. I really would like that. That's been an obstacle for us. But you represent the nature of the divine and life in itself. So despite the fact that sometimes they feel that maybe you're a bit fearful of life, they really do like the fact that you're very natural and that you connect to nature and the divine. And they absolutely welcome that aspect of you. You're also a rescuer. You provide strength and support to others in a time of crisis. Maybe there is a shyness in your own life to actually be brave, but they do actually recognise your strength with other people. So it's a bit like you're very strong with others. They want that strength to come into you for you. I don't think they're trying to dictate. I think they're actually trying to say they would love to see that you would put that energy and that nurture and that love into yourself. And now we look at the chakra cards, see what healing we can actually look at for you. Don't be impatient. Don't be impasse. Bring in the joy. Impatience will not help the situation. it will happen at its right time. You've got a feeling that if you don't do something, it's not going to happen. What can I do? Am I jumping the gun? Am I trying to force something? Please look at the fact that you need to be still and allow this revelation to come from your ex. It's a success story, and if you don't deal with it, it's not going to happen. That's not the case. We need to hand over here to the fire signs, because everybody who is in the cards that is fire, and that is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. We've looked at the aspects of them. Hand over to them, let them be the ones that make things happen. They are, after all, a key area in the tarot of movement and action. Impasse, the path is obstructed, it's time to reroute. So it's not an ending, the path's just blocked for a while and the goal's still there. So again, it's telling you, stay focused, find another way. Change direction, regroup, refocus, and look at your protection and the insight here from the universe, from the guardian angels that surround you, and give in, surrender, allow it to happen. This will bring you the greatest of joy. By giving in and handing over, the joy comes from knowing that in actual fact, this was free will, this was the other person who saw the joy in who you are, and allowing this happiness to come into your life, being truly present with even this time apart. Try and enjoy the time to yourself. You know, soon enough this person's coming back in, and that will give you joy and delight and playfulness, but you need to connect with that with yourself. Use this time right now and know that this person is saying, look, you sometimes sabotage yourself. Try and make sure that you're aware of that, that their thinking is that you don't give to yourself, you're giving to everyone but you. And that can be difficult for somebody who loves you, cares about you. So that's it for today. I hope that you found this useful, and if you feel that you know someone that would also gain benefit from looking at this video, please do share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.